Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video will be about how to take care of your Hermes Birkin bag. I'll be sharing with you creative ways of how you can enjoy using your Birkin bag, but also taking precautionary measures to making sure that your bag stays in pristine condition, maintains its shape, and looks as good as new as if you just got it from the store. While we all want to really enjoy our bag, take it out, show our friends, style the bag with our own wardrobe, there are things that we can do to make sure that our bag stays in its best condition and shape. Also, if reselling your bag on the secondary market is something you may want to consider, maintaining its condition is the utmost priority to making sure that you get the maximum value for your bag. So that's why this video today is all about how to make sure you keep your bag in its best condition so that you get the maximum value later on. So I have some tips that I have listed in no particular order. It's really up to you to decide which option you want to try and incorporate in your handbag routine. Again, I have to thank Sotheby's for their expertise in this subject matter, and so let's get started. So first and foremost, I find storage of your handbags to be the biggest hurdle in making sure your bag is maintained in its best condition. A lot of times our bags are perhaps placed in a closet or wardrobe where there are other items in that space. And through time, neglectfully, we forget that there is a bag in this area that needs to have its own space and protection. And so we may stuff it with some things, or you may have a family relative who unknowingly places a heavy object right by where your Birkin bag was, and that through time can just weigh on your bag and make it crease and dent and squish it and really damage the leather and the shape of the bag. And also, most importantly, the biggest part of the bag that is touched the most is obviously the handles. The Birkin handles are actually less structured than the Kelly bag handles, so that's why Birkin handles need a little bit more TLC. And since we will be hand-holding our handles the most of the time, any form of grease or moisturizer or maybe some food items that we eat and then we forgetfully place our hands on the handles will transfer onto the leather. So through time, because of the oils that get transferred, they will actually darken the leather. So if you don't have a dark handbag, I would suggest to protect those handles with thin silk scarves. The Hermes Twillies are the perfect choice, or you can use actually any form of thin scarf material to really wrap those handles and just give it some decoration, accessorize it so that you make it a little bit more unique and personalize it a little bit. And since we're on the topic of accessories, if you like to carry bag charms on your handbags, which I love because it also adds that personality, the only thing you need to be aware of is to make sure your charms are made with soft material. So the Hermes Rodeo or Pegasus or Buddy horse charms are perfect because they're also made with soft leather and they will not scratch or dent the exterior of your handbag. But if you're using something like a keychain or something that has like a hard metal ring on it, it could, through time, and just scrape the surface of your bag and inflict some leather damage. So that's something to keep in mind. And one other thing is the cadena lock that is provided by Hermes and is often attached to the clochette that you hang on your bag. These items, although are cute and are part of the Hermes handbag look, they can actually be a little counterproductive because the lock has sharp edges, sharp corners, and inadvertently through time it could scrape or scratch the surface of your bag. So that is also a no-no. Actually, Sotheby's recommends you to store your lock in its little pouch, perhaps put it inside the bag or at home so that you can avoid having those sharp edges damaging the surface of your leather. So when storing your handbags, make sure to adequately stuff your bag with tissue paper or bubble wrap. Avoid overstuffing because overstuffing can also stretch out the bag and misshapen the bag. And if you actually bought your bag from the store and it comes with all the accessories such as the felt cover for the bag, definitely keep those and make use of that felt fabric to protect your handbag and the straps and the accessories that are on the Birkin bag. So make sure the felt fabric is properly set on the sangle, which are the leather straps of the Birkin bag, and make sure they're kept apart from the pointettes, which are the metal bars on the front that hold the leather straps in place. And it's advised to fasten the sangle, the straps, around the spindle without putting them into the pointettes, as this can actually dent the leather with time and pressure. And ideally you would lay your bag on its back, put it in its dust bag and in its box. That would be the best way to keep your bag protected so that it doesn't get any undue pressure on the bag structure. But if you don't have the original accessories, then just store your bag upright, stuff it adequately with tissue paper or bubble wrap. Make sure to put a cover over your bag. You could even cover it with a pillowcase so that you can avoid dust and UV light and any external element that can impact the finish of your leather on the bag. And if possible, especially if you live in a very humid climate or you're right by the beach next to the seaside, humidity will be a factor that can affect the finish of the leather. So if you have a room that's always air conditioned or a place that's quite dry, that would be a great place to leave your bag. Or you could actually use those silica gel packs and place them inside the bag so that they can absorb excess moisture out of the bag, and just replace those gel packets like every year or so, just to make sure that your bag is stored in its best environment. So if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. It would really help my channel a lot. So the next thing to consider is the Birkin bag interior. So apparently this is where the most signs of wear and tear happen, is the interior of the bag. Even though we don't really see it externally or visually, and it's hard to actually notice the dents and the wrinkles, they do get inspected when you are presenting your bag for resale. So I would highly recommend you investing in a bag insert. You can get them in a variety of materials. They come in silk or felt, and they really help just keep your items organized, because as we all know, the Birkin bag doesn't have a lot of compartments. So, you know, if you throw in your wallet, your keys, your sunglasses, maybe your lipstick, cosmetic, some of those items have sharp corners and edges. Some are, you know, like a pen may leave pen marks. So definitely make sure that you keep those loose items in separate pouches, or ideally in a bag insert. I know there are really expensive bag inserts. Hermes also makes them, but you can actually find some inexpensive ones which are equally practical on Amazon. I'll link it in the description below for you to check them out. And never ever store liquids in your bag, because the worst thing that you can do is water damage, and water damage is the hardest thing to reverse. So if you ever wanted to put a water bottle in your bag, just don't do it. Just put it somewhere else, or carry another bag so that you can put all your food items and liquids in that area, because I just don't think it's worth the risk of any water damage happening to your bag. So interesting thing to note is with the Hermes Spa service, they normally help refurbish bags, but they are known to not accept any refurbishment to the interior of the bag. So that's something to keep note, and ideally if you can keep it as pristine as possible, that would be in your favor. Okay, let's talk about the Birkin bag hardware. So if you get your Birkin bag fresh from the store, you'll find that the hardware is covered in protective plastic. And whether or not to remove the plastic protection is always something to debate about among collectors. If it's a fresh bought bag from the store with the plastic protection still in place, you will most definitely get a very good price on the secondary market. But if you've already used your bag and there are signs of wear on the bag, then the plastic protection on the hardware will not really help increase the value of the bag in any way. And in some cases, for those bags that have not been used but are stored for a period of time, the plastic protection can actually be counterproductive, because if your climate is humid, the humidity can actually collect in the plastic and cause the hardware to tarnish. So that is also something to keep in mind if you intend to just hold the bag for many years. That maybe making sure that the bag is in a nice climate controlled environment, removing the plastic may be in your favor, just to make sure that you keep the hardware untarnished and protected. And the base of the bag comes with feet, and so avoid putting your bag on rough surfaces that can damage or scratch the feet. So there have been some passionate collectors who will actually cover the feet of their bags with rubber caps, So that may be something you want to consider. As always, if you have any comments or feedback, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about what you reckon is the easiest way to damage your bag. And then here are a few more suggestions that you can easily do, including rotating your bags, especially if you have a few Birkins or some other luxury handbags. Try to avoid using the one same bag over and over again because it just accelerates its wear and tear. It's nice to give each bag a little time to rest and just breathe and recuperate before they go out again. So rotating is a great way to maintaining its lifespan. And do make sure to regularly inspect your bag. Just make sure there aren't any specific scuffs or scratches or stitching that's coming loose. Regular maintenance with the Hermes Spa service will help make sure that the structure and shape of your bag stays the way it should be. And it's just a good way to check on the condition of your bag from time to time. So if you're thinking of investing in an Hermes bag, don't forget to check out my video on the best colors to invest in and also the best leathers from Hermes. Please make sure to subscribe and like this video, and please write a comment down below on what potential videos you would like me to make for you. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye now.